Are you current on your post-Napoleonic French history? Are you aware of the causes, actions during, and results of the Bourbon Restoration of 1814 in France? If so, you should read The Red and the Black by Stendhal. Before we get to the review, we're going to answer one question. Did I enjoy this read? And the answer is yes. Welcome to Whiskey and Literature, where we read and discuss the greatest books of all time. And while we're turning those pages, we're sipping those bottles, those finely distilled spirits. I'm your host, Captain Mike, and I'm reading and reviewing 52 books in 52 weeks in 2023. This is my 17th book review of the year, The Red and the Black by Stendhal. And before we get to the book, let's talk about the author. Marie Henry Beyle, born 1783, died in 1842, was a French author. And he was best known for The Red and the Black. And he was very active in the Napoleonic Wars, both in Italy, Germany, and Russia. And that's really all I've got for him. And before we get to the book, we're going to talk very briefly about the whiskey of the week. This week I'm going to do Horse Soldier. As far as I can tell, they have 3 products on the market: a straight bourbon whiskey, a single barrel, and a cask strength. This is the cask strength bottle, 121 proof. It's a distillery from Ohio, veteran owned, operated, and ran. So I'm excited to open this bottle and look for that review to drop on Wednesday. And now to the specs and stats from The Red and the Black. This was published in 1830 in 2 separate volumes. It's a Bildungsroman of our hero, Julian Sorel. And I listened to the entire book on Audible. It was my listening book while I was commuting to from work and while I was walking on the beaches and through the neighborhood. It was a 20-hour and 3-minute listen read by Davina Porter, who did a fairly nice job. And this was the original translation of The Red and the Black by C.K. Scott Moncrief. The title of the book, The Red and the Black, it refers to the main character Julian Sorel's struggle to choose between the red, the army, and the black, the clergy. Though I find it interesting that of everything he would choose to name this The Red and the Black, because he recognizes that as a peasant, his means of advancement in the army is very, very limited. It's both a psychological profile of the main character and a sociological satire of the French social culture of the time. Okay, on to the plot and structure and the characters of the book. Put very, very simply, this is a profile of the main character, Julian Sorel, who is a peasant son of the carpenter. And with a photographic memory, he is able to memorize the Latin Bible. And he used this skill to become the tutor of the son of the mayor of a fictional town, Verrières. And this is the first step in his rise and fall. Julian begins an affair with the mayor's wife, pretty much just to convince himself that he actually could. Not that he has any romantic feelings towards her, but just one slow step at a time, he proves to himself that he could do it, and he seduces her. The mayor's wife's chambermaid, Eliza, furious that Julian didn't love her instead, she exposes the affair to the town, and Julian is sent away to the seminary to learn the trade of a clergyman. In the seminary, Julian learns that distinction and merit are not rewarded in the clergy. Instead, steadfastness and adherence to the rules and towing the line. His eyes are open to the hypocrisy in the church as a whole. The rest of the book chronicles Julian's time in the De la Mole family. There's political intrigue, deceit, seduction, rejection, murder, and punishment. In the end, Julian is intelligent and fiercely ambitious, but too naive to really understand the nuances of the world he finds himself in. Satirizing the society and exposing the aristocracy and clergy of being materialistic and hypocritical is the name of the game in The Red and the Black. Okay, final thoughts on The Red and the Black. I really enjoyed this read. Julian's transformation from innocent peasant to self-aware, hypocritical, atheistic, pseudo-clergyman. All of the little escapades, intrigues, and misunderstandings. I understand that not being conversant on French history hampered my understanding of some of the nuances that Stendhal assumed that the reader would be aware of, but it didn't really hamper my enjoyment of the story. Overall, The Red and the Black was an excellent read and well worth your time. Okay guys, on to the star rating. And I judged all the books on 5 criteria, 6 if I listen to this on Audible. And I'm going to refer to my notes here for that. So first of all, initial response. How did I feel when I finished the book? And I'm going to give this a 4 because I enjoyed the read. 2, recommendation. How likely am I to recommend it? I'm going to give it a 3. Maybe there are some people I know who would enjoy it, and I definitely would recommend this book to others. Style. Did I enjoy the writing style? I'll give it a 4. I did like it. Plot structure. How engaged was I in the story? And I'm going to give it a 5 because I thoroughly enjoyed everything that happened. And the characters, were they relatable, believable, engaging? Also a 5. At first, some of them I was like, I don't know, but as time went on and the book was long enough and we got to know them well enough, I did appreciate all the characters in the story. And I did listen to this on Audible, and I'm going to give it a 3. Davina Porter did, I'm just going to say, an okay job in the read. Okay, and that's 24. And 24 divided by 6 is 4. So 4.0 stars for The Red and Black by Stendhal. Okay guys, thanks for sticking with me. In the description below are the links to my other book reviews. If you enjoyed the video, like it. It's free. Subscribe to see more of my content. For now, I hope you're reading something good and drink something great, my friends. Turn those pages and stay thirsty. Cheers.